Get ready with me to go on a first date as a single mom to a 2.5-year-old.
Okay, going all the way.
I feel like I'm about to throw up. I actually tried to cancel this date and I'm happy that I didn't, but I'm nervous. Dating has been such a hit or miss as a mom. And if you are a single parent trying to date, please don't listen to people on the internet, because the men on the internet have told me that I'm gonna be alone forever and that I'm just for recreational use. I've had a really hard time with people wasting my time and not being intentional, and then me ending up liking them more than they like me. And I feel like I saw a video a while ago that said that the most successful relationships is when the man likes the woman more.
That's correct.
I agree. I think I'm nervous because
No, that's incorrect.
the guy actually likes me. I tried to cancel this date because I'm like, dating is not my priority. He convinced me. I feel like I've always like chased people who don't actually like me, but just like either the idea of me or how I look. Or so after I like actually thought about it, I really need to give somebody a chance who actually wants to get to know me. He follows me on Instagram too, so I know he's gonna see this. The dating scene is just literally garbage. I've been heartbroken so many times that it actually forced me to start loving myself more than I loved the idea of getting married. So I went from being like super anxious attachment, high strung, head over heels for somebody, and now I'm like, if you breathe weird, I'll cut you off. But I'm trying to find a healthy balance to be in a space to meet somebody and develop a connection with them. It is harder, especially now that I'm in school. I don't have it in me to explain to somebody that I'm not texting them back because I finally get like an hour to do my nails or something. But I'm taking my friend's advice and actually dating outside of my type. Actually downloaded Hinge for a little bit. I'm putting myself in timeout for that. Whenever I would be like, oh, he's cute, and they're all the same. My distaste for men was getting so strong that I was about to start dating women. My son is staying with my parents tonight. For our date, we're supposed to be going to dinner and Topgolf. I love to do an activity. I think it definitely breaks the ice. Some qualities that I look for in somebody that I will even say yes to a date with is extreme self-discipline in the gym, work, whatever manifests like in their life. I need to see a level of self-discipline, communication, and comprehension skills. Can't do the over-explaining. I have a child. I don't want to baby you. Men on the internet have literally always told me that I need to have boundaries and standards of 0 since I'm a single mom. Major things that I love is when somebody adores me. I'm a Leo. Becoming a mother definitely forced me to raise my standards. I have to think about the male figure that my son is gonna have around. Will this man respect my son and treat him like his own? And nobody will be coming around unless that is my husband.
So you guys heard a lot of the red flags that she pointed out. She has a type. And as you guys already know, I already said a woman's type does not change. And she kind of says that also. That's why she's like, I'm trying to date outside of the guys that I typically date. I am a single mom. He needs to realize this. I end up dating guys who I end up liking more than they like me, which, as she just confirmed it, that's how it should be. Even though she said someone told her that a man should like you more. And typically when a man likes a woman more, it typically, that's not how it works. So everything she says kind of confirms with dating how things go. The guys who like her more than she likes them, she probably just ends up ghosting, or i.e. the one who says, hey, you didn't text me. And she's like, well, I got 2 hours free. That doesn't mean I need to text you. I bet she'll text those dudes that she likes more every free chance that she gets. So the guys that she don't like, that's who she was referring to, that say, hey, you couldn't have texted me. A woman has her phone in her hand the majority of the day, just like you do, right? So for when they take 2-3 hours to respond and 4 or 5 hours to respond, they say that I'm too busy and all that shit like that. She just doesn't like you. But the guy who's homeless, who's sitting at home or sitting at her home while she's at work, you guarantee that she's texting this dude who ain't got shit going on. But let's see how her date turns out. Let's get back to it, guys.
I feel desensitized to heartbreak. Like if something doesn't work out, I'm like, okay, whatever, bye. I used to be a certified crash out, so that is very unlike me. It happens so many times and you finally just realize like, okay, if it doesn't work out, that's just not the person for me. It is what it is. I hope one day I get that spark back. Hey, let me go get dressed. Hey, final look. I got my jewelry, my earrings, ring from TikTok shop, Coach bag, Puma Speed Cats, baddie, casual. Okay, wish me luck. Okay, I have a dating update for you guys. So if you have kept up with my series, I went on a first date last week. I posted like a get ready with me for the date. Then I posted an update that everything went well and I liked him and we were gonna continue speaking. Well, he is now blocked and it's been 1 week. I don't even know where to start. So buckle up, I guess. So I'm a 28-year-old single mom. I'm a full-time student and I work several jobs. So I'm extremely busy. He's 26 years old. All he does is work and go to the gym, which there's nothing wrong with. But just context. Our date was literally last Friday. Like, that was just a week ago. He was asking when he could see me again. I was like, well, maybe like one day this week I can have my mom pick my son up from daycare. We can go do something. It ended up raining. I was in my luteal phase. I had 2 exams last week. Like, I was just very, very overwhelmed. So
Sounds
I
like
let
she
him know.
shouldn't
I
be
was like,
dating.
hey, like, I don't think it's going to work out. I just have so much to do and I can't really have any time doing anything else. His response to that was asking me if I have time to get to know somebody. And I was honest with him. I
Exactly.
said, not really, but you have a
But
lot of the traits that I'm looking for, so I'm willing to make time. But I just have exams this week, and so I'm overwhelmed. The first thing that I noticed from this interaction was that he over communicates, and I really don't like that. I feel like there's a healthy balance,
there
like,
you
because
go.
why are you sending me paragraphs? Like, because he was still following those up with like paragraphs about how he wants to get to know me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's
But you
fine.
don't really
Like,
like him.
we've been on one date. Like, this was literally like 2 days after our first date. Then literally the next day, the next day, he asked if we could talk on the phone. I was like, yeah, sure. But then Maverick started having a rough time. He was screaming. I could, like, there was just a lot going on over here.
Maverick.
So I was like, hey, like, I'm not gonna be able to talk on the phone today. I'm sorry. Same thing again. Are you gonna have time for this? And I was like, I don't.
So that's why at this point you see she's pointing out the fact that, well, first of all, she's got a lot going on. She's got a baby. And then she's like, it's almost like you're trying to force yourself into this woman's life, which it should never be like that. And this guy she's like, he's communicating paragraphs. He's trying to communicate with me. He's trying to talk to me. I don't want to talk to him. It's just too much. Yeah, I can't even make 5 minutes to talk to you. So, bottom line is, even though she's saying that he has all the characteristics ideally of what the internet tells her she should be looking for, that's not the type of guy that she typically likes. The fact that he likes to communicate and speak with her. So you're trying to force yourself into this woman's life, and she's like, you're just doing too much. You need to be more aloof, more distant, more it's let me chase you, basically is what she's getting at, if that's the case. But bottom line is, doesn't seem like she's too much into her, so too much into him. So if you guys are in a situation like this, when at the first time she says that, you just need to back the fuck off.
You're right. Like, I don't. And then he was like, oh, no, wait, that's not what I meant. I said, okay, and pushed it to the side.
Too much
The
explaining.
the next day, he asked when he's going to see me, when he's going to see me, all this. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with this, right? There's nothing wrong with this. I'm just busy. I was at work
She shouldn't be
when he
dating.
asked me this. And
Not him.
another paragraph. Another paragraph. Like, this is now the third day in a row you've been sending me paragraphs about getting to know each other. You're not even trying to get to know me. You're trying to see if I'm trying to get to know. Like, I'm about to pull up the messages so I can have receipts. But like, mind you, it's not even been a week since our first date at this point. So I was kind of turned off. Like, 3
Yep.
days in a row and you're sending me paragraphs. I don't have time for shit like that. Like, I'm not interested in that at all. Because why are you sending me paragraphs? I'm gonna read y'all the exact message. He said, I'm curious, with being as busy as you are and being overwhelmed and stressed, are you ready for this? And by that, I mean ready to get to know each other, go on dates, and allow things to go forward at a slow pace, blah, blah, blah. It was another paragraph after that. The third day in a row of asking me the same thing.
Yeah.
I said, I definitely understand you wanting to have intentional time and not having yours wasted. We've been on just one day. I don't think we need to be having these conversations right now on a daily basis. I think you're a great guy, and from what I've seen, you're very much what I'm looking for. However, because this conversation has now come up for a third day in a row, maybe we don't need to be pursuing anything right now.
There you go.
And he went and reneged on everything. He was like, oh, I read the message and I tried to unsend it because I knew it was.
This guy has a scarcity mindset. He came across a woman who's attractive, and he's trying to force himself into her life. Now, is a few things. Now, you have a lot of people say don't date single moms because they can't have time, especially in the case of her having a newborn. I'm assuming in this case, if you have a woman that can't make time for you or doesn't want to make time for you, either she can't make time or she just doesn't like you. One of the two. And she's got a lot of shit. She just told you she's going to school. She's working all these different jobs. She's got a kid that she has to deal with. And she's telling you this stuff. Bro, why are you turned on by this? This woman has no time to offer you. And if she does make time for you, it's based upon when she wants to make time for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to jump through all these hoops to wait for her to open up space to see you with the kid that she has. Is that really somebody you want to deal with, that basically you have to sit back and wait for her to make time to see you? No. And then you're writing her paragraphs and all this stuff like that, which tells me you're not good with women, or you just probably the prettiest woman you've ever gotten, even though she's got all this baggage over here, which you're trying to over. Can I see you? Can I see you? Can I see you? No woman likes that. No woman likes that. Even though you are, I like to be intentional with dating, which is you'll. I don't think any woman will say she's not intentional. She's gonna say she's intentional with dating. But when you come across a man who is intentional, this is what intention looks like, even though he's maybe a little bit too thirsty at this point and overbearing. But he's doing that because he feels like he has to prove that he likes her, even though less is more. But let's go.
Wasn't coming off the way I'd intended. How can that come off any other way? For now, the third time. Like, I said, no, I think all of your messages have been clear. I think we should take a step back. He said, I don't think that's the right choice. I'm into you, blah, blah, blah.
Come on, man. Come on.
And I
bro.
said, there's no way these messages could be delivered to change the fact that this is the third time you're sending me paragraphs after I told you I don't have time for conversations like this. If you want to get to know me, you need to relax. But this turned me off so bad. Like, what?
Yep.
Because then, I don't know. I think it's a red flag that, like, you're sending me paragraphs about this stuff, regardless of what it is. I respond to what you're saying. And then you're like, no, wait, no.
Yeah, she didn't ghost you.
You said what you said. Say what you say and mean it. So that just happened this past Thursday. Long day at work. I was stressed out. I had 2 exams to take the next day. So I took my son to my mom's house and she kept him overnight. That was the first night that I've been able to just like sit, order food, watch a show. I didn't want to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to talk to him on the phone. So I texted him and just told him that I was like doing an assignment, watching a show, chilling.
Doesn't like you.
And then he said, okay, good night. He texted me the next day, good morning. And I had clients, I had my exams and all that, so I didn't respond right away.
Guys, this is a classic class on what not to do. And this is a classic showing of a woman that doesn't like you. Don't ever do what this guy did. The first time she says some stuff like that, you just go on about your business. This is what you do not do. Because the more you keep doing this stuff, the more you keep turning off, like she said. If he would have just left her alone, then maybe he would have had a chance. But it seems like all in all that based off the first date, she just wasn't that into him. She was just wanted something to do. But the more he kept trying to be in her life, the more it kept turning her off. This woman is the type of woman who wants a guy to come around every now and then, and she wants to actually go after him. But he's laying everything out. Oh, I'm interested. I want to be with you. I like you. I'm intentional. And she's just like, I don't want that shit. She has a certain type, like she said. And that type is not really that into her. But let's go.
He texted me at like 10 a.m. He was like, hope you have a good day. He said, well, hope you have a good day and good luck on your exam. I think I had tried to text him. Oh, yeah, I had tried to text him, but my messages like weren't sending. And he said, that's weird. I haven't gotten anything. And I said, I know. I just told you they haven't sent. Like, I'm being a bitch now because like you turned me off.
You are, but you're getting off on it instead of just
So we texted a little bit through the day, and then it got to the point of Saturday. Saturday, I was going over to my friend's house. We weren't talking like all day long, just like a hey, how are you, blah, blah, blah. So I get to my friend's gathering, and 2 of my friends have not really heard the updates or anything about the dating saga. So I was telling them about him, and they were like, oh, let me see him. So I go to pull up his Instagram, and his Instagram's not pulling up. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. I'm blocked. So he ended up just pulling up his Instagram page like from his phone. And I was like, why am I blocked? That's so weird. So I'm thinking before I texted him, I was like, why could he have blocked me? And the only thing that I could think of, so more backstory. The other day,
I don't know what's going on.
No, not the other day. Was it the other day? It was a couple days ago, a couple days before this entire situation happened. So I've been blocked for a little bit and I didn't even fucking notice. I do social media. It's my main source of income. And I do TikTok live a lot. And I go on live. I talk to women. We have like women conversations about my life, and I don't like when people that I know come in my lives, especially like we have been on one date. Okay. I don't want you to come in my live. And I saw that he came in my live and we were like knee deep into a deep conversation in my live. I continued the conversation and just quietly blocked him because the only way to get somebody out of your live is to block them.
Now, do y'all see how crazy this sounds? Now, it might make sense to her or it might make sense to other women, but this woman is admitting to blocking this guy on her live stream when he came in her live, right? And I get when you get blocked on TikTok, I'm assuming it pops up on your screen saying that such and such blocked you, right? So he proceeds to do the same thing that you did, and you laugh like that's petty. He blocked me. Or you have other women who basically never respond to a guy, or a guy shoots his shot, she leaves him on red, doesn't respond. So the guy just goes ahead and unfollows you or blocks you, and you have a problem with that. How insane and mentally ill is that to think that that's crazy or something's wrong when she just admitted that she blocked the dude, and then he does the same thing to you and it's a problem. But let's go.
And I was still gonna be on live for a little while, so like I couldn't like leave off of there and like text him and be like, hey, get off it. Like I wasn't doing that. He had texted me at that time. He was like, you blocked me? And I was like, yeah, just to get you off of my live, because like I said before, I don't like people that I know in my lives. And he knows that I do social media and that I do all this, and he knew this.
That's
and
dumb.
He still came in my live. But I told him why I did it was just to get him off of my live while I was on live at the time. Okay. So in return, he went and blocked me on Instagram. So I'm like, that has to be the reason. And so I text him, I'm reading the text. Not you blocked me on IG, you're super petty. I'm not interested in getting to know you any further. Because what? It's not even about being blocked, because clearly I didn't care or notice for the past couple of days. But why are we playing petty games?
Is this not a mental illness at work that you guys are witnessing what she's saying? Now, from a man, it sounds probably logical, but to a woman, it sounds illogical. So what she said is cool, but it's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it, right? Did that make any sense? And I'm pretty sure to her it made perfect sense what she did and how she's conducting herself with this guy and going back and forth, responding. And it's almost like an ego boost she was getting off this guy by even responding. And instead of just saying, hey, this isn't going to work, let's cut it out altogether. Hey, this isn't going to work. I wish you the best. And let's just leave it at that. But no, you're responding back and forth. Some people are like, well, at least she didn't ghost him or whatever like that. But that's typical. That's what she should do. But you block the guy and you go to pull him up to make this your personal soap opera and converse with your girlfriends about it. And you want to show them the profile. And then for a guy that you don't even really like, right? And then when you find out he blocks you, it's a problem. And I guess this must be the reason why I blocked him. This is very petty that you would block me because I blocked you. How fucking is that? But I mean, excuse me. Damn, I got to remove that because I don't even know if I can say that. But let's go.
About social media, just because I didn't want, and we've been on one date a week ago. He said, how's it okay for you to do it, but not me too? And it wasn't to be petty. I wanted to know if you'd feel the same way I felt when you did it. You got frustrated. I was asking about it and I let it go. And when I do it, you don't like it. It's an issue. Don't do something if you have an issue with me doing the same thing. While I do agree with that, yes, we've been on one fucking date. We've been on one date. I do social media for a living, and I explained to you why I blocked you. I didn't just block you randomly. That wasn't a random block. I told him why. It was just to get him off of my live because I was talking to the girls.
This makes sense in her world, though.
I said, I clearly didn't care about having each other on socials because I didn't notice for the past couple of days, but we are far too old for these childish games. And he sent me fucking paragraphs. Like, this man loves a fucking paragraph. And to go back and forth, I don't know what this is, but I told you I'm not interested in speaking to you anymore. Like, but basically in the messages he was saying, I like you, I understand if you don't want to continue and why you feel this way. I was just matching your energy. So do you wish to stop talking? I know you're at your friend, so I don't want to blow your phone up. Yeah, he's blowing my phone up with these paragraphs. He said he wants to do it the right way and understands that we had a rocky start, and he apologizes for us getting off to a bad start, and he'd like to do it the right way. He doesn't want to miss an opportunity. He thinks I'm great, blah, blah, blah. He says he wants a healthy relationship with open communication and no toxicity. I said, saying you want a healthy relationship but playing a back and forth game like you're in high school, I absolutely do wish to stop talking. Don't ask again. Goodbye.
Go ahead, baby.
Honestly, though, this situation made me realize that I really don't have time to date. Like, I could make the time.
There you go.
But I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I am so busy with school. That's my only focus.
There you go.
I hate a man. I hate a man. Are we in high school? Who has time for this back and forth? He said, she said, you did this, so I'm going to do. Who has time for that? not me. And also, this is my first time dating outside of my type. He's white. I have not dated a white boy or even liked a white boy since high school. Never doing it again. I'm not doing it again.
Oh, wow. The audio is really weird on this one, but that was a very interesting one. So this was a white guy that was acting like this. Very, I don't want to say needy, but how did some people say he has the autonomy as an adult to speak on how he wants things to go or what he expects. But yeah, guys, this is what you don't do. And then, as she said, it's not her type, right? This is not her type. So yeah, this is what you don't do this. You don't do this in any way, shape, or form, right? And I'm surprised a white guy was acting like that though. That's crazy. Don't ever do what he did. Don't ever do what he did. And as she said perfectly, and I noticed that early on when she said all that stuff, this isn't the type of person that should be dating at all because she said she's got a lot of stuff going on and whatnot. And my man was right and he was explaining and all that. And yeah. But all in all, I think that's a little hypocritical. I'll block you, but you can't block me. Man, I've said enough. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.